What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the Tennessee Volunteers versus the Alabama Crimson Tide recap. What a football game. It ends 52-49 on a last inning field goal to seal Tennessee the football game. It was insane. I had to talk about it immediately, and I kind of wanted to start doing these videos kind of right after so I can get my fresh thoughts. But what a game from Tennessee. Josh Heupel, Hendon Hooker. There's so many guys that did their job today and got the W. Man, there's so much to talk about. Hendon Hooker, we'll start with him, man, had a tremendous day. He has to be the favorite for the Heisman Trophy, right? No one else has done what Hendon Hooker is doing right now. He is playing as best football as anyone in the country. It is absolutely incredible to watch. And him and Jalin Hyatt had 6 catches, 207 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's what Jalin did, man. Now, coming into the game, obviously, Jalin, he wasn't a high-known receiver coming into the game, I guess. Like, you didn't expect this from him because Tillman, if you guys didn't know, is their best receiver. He was ruled out for this game. So Cedric Tillman was their best receiver. He did not play in this game. So Jalin had to come in, Hyatt, and he absolutely did what he had to do. He had 270 yards, receiving, 6 catches, basically had as many touchdowns as he did receptions because he had 6 catches for 5 touchdowns. Ridiculous by him. You have to be impressed of what this team has done. Hendon Hooker is a guy that I think people not sleep on, but he is a guy that would come into the season that I talked about very highly. I made a Tennessee Volunteers video saying how they are the most underrated team in college football 4 weeks ago and how they were really legit. And they showed that today. Like Hendon Hooker, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick, 385. Jalen Wright played a really good game for them at running back, ran hard. They were able to have some good running ability. Hendon Hooker, almost 60 yards running. Really this Tennessee football team looks like they can beat anyone on any given Saturday. They really do. I really do think that they are that good of a football team. And, while we're talking about Tennessee, I also would like to credit a few guys on Alabama. Jahmyr Gibbs was amazing. He's going to be a future NFL guy. He is to establish his future in the NFL. Even before this week, he was really good today. Bryce Young, probably going to be the first raw pick. He's crazy. I mean, the way he's moving around and getting around the pocket and getting out and making plays for this Alabama team is ridiculous. He kept them alive. Like I said, coming into this game, I kind of had some concerns about this Alabama receiving core, and it kind of still goes. I mean, Bolden's really good. They have Brooks, who's pretty good. Their tight end is pretty good. Burton made some few plays, but they have to be better on that end to make me realize, hey, this team, I think they're good enough. Obviously, it's Bama. You never want to say they're not good enough to win a national championship, but if they want to, they have to get better in a lot of departments, and I think they'll continue to get better. I'm not going to count out Alabama just yet, but it is scary, though. They still have to play an Ole Miss team. They still have to play in the SEC championship if they make it. Very scary rest of the season for the Crimson Tide, so it'll be very interesting to see them. Will Anderson was really quiet for them today, so hopefully he has a back, plays better in the future. But yeah, Tennessee, there are some things. I mean, they didn't convert on 2 4th downs that were, one was like a 4th and 6, and one was 4th and 2. That kind of got misunderstood. I think Tennessee knew it was 4th down, but the refs got confused. So that was pretty crazy. They didn't convert on that, so they turned it over. They also had the fumble in their end zone where they dropped the snap into Hooker, and I think it was Jalin Wright, I think was their running back right there. But yeah, I don't know if it was small or him. But yeah, they dropped it. That was not good. And they scooped and scored. Dallas turned it. So that was really big in the game. And that was really unfortunate for the Tennessee. I thought that may have been the game. And then they came out and they did their justice. They came out and they scored. Hyatt, he made a great play down the field. Hendon Hooker controlled the offense. They did a great job at just being physical and throwing the ball down the field real well. And they missed some throws too here and there, which could have been touchdowns as well. And then that last drive, that Brew McCoy catch where Hendon Hooker put it on a dime, where he sat in the pocket, took the hit, put it on a dime. So that may be the Heisman moment for Hendon Hooker. And that is pretty crazy because no one would have thought. I mean, I've seen some people, don't get me wrong, say Hendon Hooker is a Heisman sleeper. But to say, dang, that may be his Heisman moment this year. If they can, even if they lose to Georgia, which would be kind of tough because they probably won't make it to the SEC championship game if they lose to Georgia, because Georgia may go undefeated if they beat Tennessee. But it's pretty crazy that everything went down like the way it did. Hendon Hooker may have had his Heisman ceremony moment in this game with that completion. It was another Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes did it in 13 seconds. Well, this kid, Hendon Hooker, did it in 15. Drove down the field with a big completion, 2 big completions, got to midfield, threw it, got to another one, and then the kick. It's everything you would think in the type of game that was crazy like this. It fluttered in the air. It was like rolling, like looked really bad. I think it got deflected at the line, and it still went in. And now the Volunteers, who are currently still on the screen for me, are storming the field and playing music. And now they are very excited. And I'm really happy for this Tennessee team, this fan base. Really excited for them because this is an opportunity that they've been wishing for a long time. But yeah, that'll be it for me. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.